Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian. This might be a little loud. I might change it anyway because there's some other records I want to hype. But yeah, I'm kind of blown away right now. I have a couple packages here to open from Chris Rankin's Music Crush, and I hope you're all subscribed to him. I'm gonna do my best to remember to put a link down below. But yeah, so this shit's all the way from Perth in Australia, and I think I know what one of them is. And there's actually kind of a story with it. I didn't even tell Chris yet, so I think I'll just go ahead and go into it. Especially since, like, lately I've kind of talked about some of the psychological shit, and that seems to be resonating with people a little bit. In fact, it's sort of like a little addendum to the bit about the seam split, because I talked about, in my last video, I talked about some records that I kind of hate. One of them specifically was an Atheist record, where there's a seam split at the top that was really bad, that, like, just bothered me every time I pulled it out. Well, check this out, because I've actually been playing this record kind of a lot this past week. But this is my copy of Winds of War by Iron Angel. And check out that seam split on the top. Like, that's probably even worse than the Atheist one, if anything, right? But this one doesn't bother me. Like, this has been my copy of this record for like 20 years. And, you know, I pull it out, and it kind of sucks to have a seam split there, right? But, like, I've never really felt at all, like, compelled to, you know, seek out a better copy or anything like that. This one's just fine. When I pull it out, it doesn't in any way, like, interfere with my enjoyment of the records. So maybe that just means I like Iron Angel more than I like Atheist, which I actually do. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny too, because this is a better cover too, you know. I mean, look at that fucking guy. I mean, what can I say? I mean, that's perfection right there as an album cover. You'd think that would bother me extra, you know, as opposed to that stupid Atheist one. Which isn't really stupid, it's actually smart, which is why I don't like it. This is stupid. But, and it's fantastic for it. And, you know, let's just take a second for the mustaches there, lest those be overlooked. There's some great band shots anyway. But, like, yeah, man. Yeah, so anyway, I have absolutely no explanation for why, the one seam split might not bother me, and another one might bother me so much. It's just completely, it's every bit as arbitrary as it sounds. Yeah, so this is the first, I mean, just the fucking shipping kind of trips me out, man. But, yeah. So anyway, yeah, again, Chris Rankin has an awesome channel, man, and he's in Australia, and he really appreciates, like, his local scene and shit, you know? Like, kind of tends to gravitate more towards the death metal and that kind of stuff, like the harder end of the shit than I do. But, you know, that's just like a matter of where's the emphasis among like a variety of things that we both like. Because sometimes he shows some fucking Greeno music too, and sometimes, you know, I go for the hard shit. So yeah, this fucking okay. Yeah, okay. So he actually sent me one of these once before. That's so funny. Okay, not quite as bad as I thought. Yeah, so it's Flick of the Switch, and yeah, and it's funny. It's actually a current pressing, but it's an Albert, and that's kind of what I was going for. So the deal with this one is the last time I saw an Albert press of Flick of the Switch was about well, it was the last time I was in Germany, and I was actually at a record store in Nuremberg called WOM for World of Music. It's German, so it's called WOM. I'll bet Jürgen knows about them. And for some reason, they gotten a bunch of Australian AC/DC records, and they had like a whole bunch of copies. So, and like I thought about getting one, but I was like, I really don't need it. It's exactly the same, it just has a different fucking label, you know. And it's actually kind of eaten at me a little bit ever since. So that's a long time, you know, and I haven't. You know, there's so many good reasons not to go for it, you know. It's not like I go, oh, why did I not go after this thing? It's like, because it's a common record that I could easily get a copy of here. But, just sort of this weird little thing, you know. Yeah. All right. So this is kind of the big one. This is gonna be like if you want to watch the last video that I made that was shit from Chris. I expect that I'm gonna know none of this. So what we're kind of going to do is just sort of go through and like take a look at this shit and see how it is and sort of sample through some a little bit. And just sort of make it like another little like Australian metal that I don't know extravaganza. So we're busting open the big fucker here. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but you know, I think it can fill the time. I think actually part of the issue here is that this record is a little bit on the bad side. I mean, it's not bad. This is actually this is a Hungarian band. Yeah, Ocean, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's cool that they're Hungarian, and like, and this guy looks pretty funny. And you know, it's a good record. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not like the greatest thing ever. So if I'm gonna have to struggle with this box for more than a minute, I'm gonna put on one that I'm a little bit more interested in hyping, which is this Russian one that I found. It's really a gem. Actually, I've been listening to a ton of Sodom too lately. Like it's been like the week of Sodom. So gotta make sure I don't lose that. That's like the letter. That's for me though. So yeah, check this out though. This is one that I just sort of came across. It's a. I mean, I did just sort of come across it. I sent away for it from Russia. But like, you know, I don't really know anything about him in particular. But this record is like just a really cool, like speedy, aggressive metal record. Like in a way, how should I say this? I'm making it sound shitty. It's like exactly what a Russian like speed metal record should be. And if you listen to this and go, it's actually a thrash metal record, I don't know. So fuck it, you know. Because I'm not sure what the difference is between speed and thrash. Yeah, it has some weird intro. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of a crappy like back picture too, but. Alright. I'm actually gonna bump past this shit. See, it even has a crappy intro, right? Here we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not in the mood for a slow intro. I feel a little impatient. Alright, this thing is open. Yeah, and alright, we're gonna like do some learning now. Here we go. Because I have no idea, man. God damn. Alright, yeah, letter in here too, but alright. Talking about some stuff here. Oh shit. Yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna like sort of peek at this, but I'm not gonna like read the letter, because I think it's kinda lame to read the letter, and you know. It's a letter, right? Isn't that a cool like riff? I'm like sort of hesitating because I want to sample through some of these, but oh fuck it, we'll just wing it. So the first one is Crypt Crawler, okay? I don't know this one, so I'm gonna like peek at the notes. Alright, it's a Perth band, and it's death metal masterpiece. And apparently it's a pretty new one too. It's on Bitter Loss Records. That's a great name for a label. Look at that shit right there. So like that's already like 1 point in their column. Well, 2 points because being from Perth is a point right off the bat too. So, all right, Crypt Crawler. That's cool. It has a gatefold. It's one record. That's a plus, right? All right. Excuse me. This is Vokonis. And they're actually Swedish. I think I might know these guys. These are like a stoner band or something, right? It's the same band as the one I'm thinking of. I really like them a lot. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I have one that was on Ripple. Oh, look at that, man. This is a limited version on turquoise and purple splatter. Now, you know something? I'm kind of getting more into the colored vinyl just because, like, people, like, talk shit. You know? Like, so many people make videos. And I'm talking about some of, like, my best friends on here. So, like, I say this with nothing but affection. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, I grabbed the black one because I really prefer the black one. So now I'm going to start showing off, like, the splatters and shit. Just to be a cornball and just to be a contrarian. But this looks pretty cool anyway, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. That's the thing, man. It's like, I mean, that's cooler than black. You know, maybe black is better. Yeah, actually, since this is in my hand, this might go on first too. Just want to give you a little sample. Isn't this like fucking fantastic? I mean, like it kind of has the Russian thing going a little bit. Um, but you know, if you told me they were like from Germany or something, I could probably believe you. I mean, this is probably like one of the least like Slavic sounding bands that I have records by. But it's just like perfect, man. Like I've been playing this and Sodom a lot this week, and that Iron Angel record that I showed. Actually, I've kind of been circling through those, and they've really complemented each other nicely. So yeah, Mortifer. I don't know if that means something, but my money's kind of on no. So let's sample this Voconis real quick because I have it out. All right. Ah, fuck, I'll clean it later. See, I don't fuss about that kind of shit. Speaking of like stoner and doomy shit, I was listening to a lot of Sodom. I actually pulled this one out. I'm happy to show it anyway. This is the X-Verse of Sodomy, 12-inch, I guess. Sodomy and Lust, My Atonement, and The Conqueror. And this is actually on clear vinyl. As far as I know, they all were. They might have, some of them might not have been, but this one is. What an awesome singing style. Like, it's almost like a punk singing style, but like, not quite, you know? It kind of sounds more sloppy, which is awesome. That's a really cool hook, though. Alright, anyway, so I played this one, and by accident I put it on 33 instead of 45. I was like, holy shit, I was cooking, so like, it was kind of, I had to listen to it for a few minutes, and like, it's amazing how much the vocals sounded like just like straight death metal vocals, like unironic. You know, I mean, it's like you hear these stories, and like people say that, and like if you like death metal, you're probably sick to death of people using the expression "Cookie Monster" vocals. Like when people say that, even like during that long stretch when I was that into death metal, I still go like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. You know, that's not really. There's so many things that are funny about records. That one's just kind of old, you know. But that said, man, that Sodom record, it was like dead on. I was kind of amazed. I should almost play it again, but you know, some fuck it. I want to sample through the new shit. It's a pretty amazing cover. There you go. That's actually when I was on Greeno and George Wildheart's stream the other night, Man Cave of Doom. I was talking about how I kind of hate band photos. This isn't that bad, but it kind of goes in that direction where they're just kind of standing there, you know? But this gatefold is pretty awesome too. Yeah. Yeah, man, this is fucking awesome so far. So let's see what else is here. We're gonna check out Crypt Crawler too in a minute. I gotta keep my shit organized here so I don't fuck it up. Alright, so this is the other one. This is Droid's Attack. This is one of the best stoner metal and doom records ever made. Yeah, I don't know how much this is coming through, but whatever, you know. Yeah, so this is Droid's Attack. I think we're gonna fire this up next because I gotta hear that if it's that good. Well, shit, I'll wait for the band from Perth. Alright, this one will be easier to open. This is like what it's like all day long here, man. I hang out and listen to records. I pick up little rules too, like I've kind of implemented the Grown Man Record Night rule around my house, where like if you leave a record on from the last time you're playing, you have to play it again when you start the next session. Which I think flows a little bit differently around here because I tend to, you know, because I listen to records every day, and I think Banana is just kind of, he like makes an event out of it, you know, going down once a week. You know, that's like his dose. But man, that's like my daily dose, not like my fucking weekly dose. So I kind of don't know how he does it. All right, let's bust this out, man. Yeah, there are two vinyls here, so I gotta make sure I don't set them down wrong and spill them all over the fucking place like it showed. Wouldn't that be funny if I did that? Yeah. Actually, it's funny because Rachel was live when I turned the thing on, so I was sort of watching in there a little bit. And there are all these little stories about like dropping shit and that sort of thing. But it's like, if you haven't dropped a record, you're not a real collector. You know? So it's funny hearing other people's perspective on it. It's like, yeah, I try not to do it too, but, it does happen. So look at that vinyl though, man. That's pretty awesome. I only got one fucking record ever pressed. And, it was Splatter. It didn't come out anywhere near as cool as that, so. Alright, I don't think this plays at 45. That's kind of what I was looking for. It's funny. The older I get, the more that like it annoys me when it's not clear to me if a record plays at 33 or 45 right off. It's funny, like, I know Scott Waters has talked about like when the types or the lettering is really tiny and you can't see, and how in the labels he just likes to say side A and side B instead of having all this extra bullshit. I pretty much agree, except what I wanted to say is either 33 RPM or 45 RPM, as well as, you know what I mean? Because especially, let's be honest, some of the shit I listen to, it takes a while to figure it out, I've talked about this from time to time, too. Alright, this is fucking amazing, dude. First of all, I already showed that cover, but like that lettering, I gotta say, is what I look for. Hold on, it shows up. There we go, it's a little better. And just that art, man, just generally is so fucking good. In case you're wondering, do I really need to subscribe to Chris? With Chris Rankin, the Music Rush. I mean, this is the kind of shit that he's talking about on there. So he's like putting me onto the shit that I'm showing in this video. So if you like this, that only kind of makes my point, Difference is he actually knows what he's talking about. I'm just fucking winging it. Yeah, even the fucking insert is really cool, man. Like, some effort went into this shit, I really do appreciate that. It's fun to like, go, oh, look at what a piece of shit this record is here, blah, blah, whatever. But, I mean, probably 7 times out of 10, I never even pull the insert out anymore, I'm just kind of too lazy. Like, it's cool when it's in there, but... So. Anyway. So this is Droid's Attack. And y'all probably know about this shit. Zonkman probably knows about it. Bananaverse probably knows about it. But this band's new to me, and this is really fucking good. Yeah, this is kind of more my speed. That other one was cool, but like, I don't know, I just like this one more. Alright, so we got one more to crack here, so we're going to check out Crypt Crawler. It's pretty cool this is brand new. I mean, one thing about this whole, like, sort of, like, finally coming to appreciate this, like, stoner shit, is just having new bands to find, you know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time since I was into music where a band that I really loved was going to put out a new record, and frankly I was going to give a shit about it, you know what I mean? Because, I'm kind of a shitty fan for this, but like, I don't really care about that new Iron Maiden record. I'm wearing the fucking shirt too, a Number of the Beast shirt. I think I bought this at Kohl's. So, yeah, let's check out Crypt Crawler for a minute, and I think we'll wrap this up. I actually have some, well, it's rigatoni, but basically baked ziti in the oven. I kind of tried something different, so I gotta make sure I don't fuck that up, Yeah, I appreciate these inners too, by the way, the fucking lined ones. It's one of many things don't really make a big deal out of, but I always do notice, Yeah, this is another one, man. Yeah, you can't tell me these splatters don't look fucking cool, man. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. Speaking of not caring what anyone says, big shout out to Cosmic Brian, just for having a cool channel. Cosmic Vinyl. There's a little bit of an altercation with Brother Brian, apparently, and, I don't like to take sides in these things, but usually, but I gotta back Brother Brian. I mean, not Brother Brian. Cosmic Brian. I think Brother Brian's out of line on this one. But we can still be friends. Just everyone subscribe to Cosmic Brian because his channel is fucking fantastic. And I'll tell you why. Because his enthusiasm for the music is so obvious. You know what I mean? Like, I watch Chris because I'm going to, like, learn new shit about, these new bands that I've never heard. You know what I mean? Chris Rankin. I watch Brian just to sit back and, like, enjoy watching someone else enjoy the music so much, you know? That's a really cool riff. Yeah, let me show the cover again. This is the Mouth of Death. You know, I kind of like the whole, like, sort of... I don't know if they're really going for a Lovecraft thing. I think it's actually, I used to have a Lovecraft book that had a cover that was kind of similar to this. I mean, not if you look closely, but, like, if they're both on the shelf, you know. So... this is kind of funny. See how they're all standing there in their t-shirts? Like, they've all got their rock and roll shirts on. I mean, that's what I'm wearing too, so I'm not, like, talking shit. It's not as funny as Mustaches, but you know. Yeah, this is really good, man. Totally different from the other shit. And I'm kind of more in a Droid's Attack kind of headspace right now. Yeah, but this is first rate. All right, so very, very special shout out. I'm really humbled, and thank you so much to, Chris from Chris Rankin's Music Crush once again. And yeah, I'm trying to think about any other little jokes saved up or anything, but not really. I have some more shit to show, but gotta hold something back for next time, right? Very special episode. Thanks for watching. Shit, how do I stop this other?